Hey, this is HQ again. We got one from Ashley. Wealthy men do not like locks, nose rings, and tattoos. The women give their opinion. Let's get into it.
So I wanted to come over here and have the conversation because I did post a video and I'm seeing so many comments about why does the girl need to change her locks? Why aren't locks acceptable? Why aren't nose rings acceptable? Why aren't tattoos acceptable? Who are you to tell her she's beautiful? She doesn't need to change. Again, I'm going to reiterate this for the people all the way in the back, for the people who are brand new to this side of TikTok. People come to me. If they are comfortable as they are, if they love who they are, they don't need to ask my advice. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions. I'm not saying there aren't women out in the world who aren't dating a man that have a certain aesthetic. But if we're speaking of the majority, then yeah, the majority of wealthy men want a certain look. I want you guys to come up and give your 2 cents on this topic. Do wealthy men like tattoos, nose rings, locks? And locks, all races of women have locks. All races of women have nose rings. All races of women have tattoos. So let's be very clear. And I said wealthy. I'm not saying you dated a wealthy man way back in the day. Wealthy. Not wealthy. Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and them. Okay. Oh, the requests are going down now. Make sure you have camera access, darling.
Hello.
Hi, do you consent to be on the live and potentially?
Now, what the hell is going on? I had to stop that. What the hell is going on? What's going on with the hair, the whole nine? You already know. Ain't no. Why you get up here and speak when you know ain't nobody gonna be looking at you that got money like that? Ain't nobody looking at you who got money. Ain't nobody looking at you. Get your ass up here. It's crazy. Red hair, blue shirt, puffy face. Ugh, the mug.
All platforms.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the question is, do wealthy men like locks, tattoos, and nose rings?
No.
Okay, and why do you say no?
I say no just because most wealthy men, I feel like, would want something that's more to the eccentric aesthetic, which is probably not locks, not things that are more trendy, I guess you would say. They'd probably want something that's more palatable to the base, if you know what I mean.
And what does palatable mean to you?
Probably like not red hair, not tattoos, like basically, yeah. I was reading the comments, so not you, yeah. But I feel like a wealthy man, he would probably want someone that, a classy look. So like, curly, like straightened hair, really classy outfits.
Okay.
No, I feel like something of that kind of vibe, not, trendy or gothy or anything like that. I feel like people get it misconstrued because, like, I really don't understand, though. I feel like you're just telling them because what you're talking about when it comes to, dating wealthy men. Because, wealthy men don't really go for the more, I don't want to say, like, I feel like I'm going to, like, ruffle feathers when I say it. Can I say ghetto?
It's your words. Whatever you want. It's your words.
I'm not saying locks are ghetto. I'm just saying, I haven't seen a wealthy man with someone with locks. Now, is that possible? Absolutely. But I'm just saying, me personally, I have not seen a wealthy man with locks. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility and that wouldn't go together, but I'm saying, like, I personally haven't seen it. I feel like you're just telling what you yourself have experienced, because I'm pretty sure you're dating wealthy men. So, you know.
And I want to clear it up. I can't say locks are ghetto. I wouldn't say that, but that is your opinion.
Wait a minute, why do y'all assume this lady who looked like she got a costume on her face and everything looked fake all the way down to the titties, to the body, the waist? What makes y'all think she's dating a wealthy man? And what makes you think she's... See, here's the thing. The whole point of dating a wealthy man is to get a wealthy man to marry you, not just be a side piece to a wealthy man. Although some of y'all aspire to be side pieces, what makes you think Ashley is in that category that she's on the track to marry someone, a wealthy man, because she's done all this surgery to her body, her teeth? It don't matter what's real, what's not real. I'm just saying, y'all projecting that no, she's not all that in a bag of chips. Stop it.
But I think again, I think it's just a certain aesthetic they are looking for sure. But Kat, I thank you for coming up here because a lot of people aren't bold enough. They're only in the comments. They aren't bold enough to come up here and give their opinion like you. So I'll give you that, Kat. Thank you so much for coming up. All right. Okay. If you have locks and you've dated a plethora of wealthy men, please come up and turn on your camera and share your experience. So we have someone with locks. Hello, love. Welcome in. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially? Good. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
Alrighty. So give us your take on the conversation. Do wealthy men like locks, piercings, and tattoos?
So I have locks, I have tattoos, and I have a piercing. And I have dated and talked to wealthy men, and they are not fully going to commit. When I was younger, I dated a very wealthy man that I knew from high school all the way up into our adult years, and he was very strict. He wanted me pressed, clean. I just recently got locks, so I had to have whatever hairstyle he wanted, whatever outfit that he wanted, and he wasn't very strict on like telling me exactly what to go get, but it was very much so like, I think this will look good and I think this will be all right, and I want you to have this type of aesthetic because we're going to these events and I need you to look like this. So when he would go to conference and he's getting awards for a bestseller, he wants the person next to him to look pressed. So he never would allow me to get locks. I like to get my hair all chopped off. Once I done too much damage to it, I would just chop it off, cut everything. And he would be like, if you cut your hair, I'm breaking up with you. I will stop talking to you. You cannot come outside with me with no hair on your head. But he was very wealthy. I was very young, so I listened for a very decent period of time before it got too much for me. I had a card to his account. So if I wanted to go buy whatever he asked me to go buy, I went and bought it. He would tell me what he wanted and I would go buy it on his card. As I got older, I'm 27 now, and I just recently talked to a man who has a lot of different business, and the conversation was very short. Once he realized I wasn't going to fit that traditional value, he was very quick to no longer speak to me.
But what do you mean traditional? So I'm assuming he still liked you. He met you with locks, so he did like you. But what do you mean traditional?
So he did not meet me with locks. He met me when I had a very slick bob, very very young, and he came back and it was like, I always had a crush on you, I always liked you, I always wanted to talk to you. And once we started talking and I explained to him like, I'm married but now I'm divorced. Well, I was married and I'm divorced, I have 2 kids, and I'm not actually looking for marriage anymore. He was no longer interested. He wanted a wife, he wanted a cook, he wanted a maid, and I was not going to fit that aesthetic. He wanted someone who was going to do all those things that the first guy wanted. Go buy what I needed to go buy, go dress how he needed me to go dress, and I wasn't willing to do that. And I do, answering your last question, the type of men that I do get approached by now that I have locks, I call them the Dodge community. If he drives a Dodge, you should dodge him. So I don't, the Hellcats, the SRTs, the Challengers, all of those individuals, those are typically who I get approached by. I get approached by a lot of.
And I was going to ask for the audience who may not be familiar with that crowd who drives a SRT, a Charger, a Dodge. What does that mean? What type of man is that for the people who don't know?
For me, we're going through a divorce, but we still live together. And I'm still there for the kids type of man. They're very fluent in their dating. They keep up a lot of different women and a lot of different flavors. And they are just very like come and stop by drive-bys. They come at night and they leave in the daytime. So I'm not interested in that. Those years are way behind me. I have 2 kids, so I'm looking for a more mature relationship, and those men are not mature. And that's typically who tries to approach me when I have my nose ring down. I have a tattoo behind my ear and I have a tattoo on my wrist. So when they see me, they go, "Oh yeah, I could go talk to her." And I'm like, I'm actually very mean, and I've been there, I've done that. I don't want to go through that circle again.
Thank you, B. You know what, B Love? I will say I really appreciate your transparency and honesty on this topic, because I did have a lot of pushback from the ladies in the chat. But I think it's different when you hear from someone who is living the life, who has experienced dating wealthy men, has locks, and you're currently dating. So you have the real life experience.
Yeah, she's currently dating, but she's not dating someone that wants to deal with locks. I don't know whether rich men like to deal with that. I've never ran into that problem one way or the other, whether he likes locks, nose rings, and those kind of things. But I'm pretty sure Ashley is right when she says they want a certain aesthetic. Now, this young lady is good looking. So my question is, why was your personal look or whatever more important? See, her look and her autonomy was more important than getting money or getting a man who had money. That's what she said. That's what her look says. When you decide that you want to have a certain look and you don't care whether a man concerns himself or not, beyond the regular norm, streamlined look for a, that's not bizarre, that says that you don't care whether you would marry a rich man or not. She just got to the point where she didn't care whether she married a rich man or not. So she's going to do what she wants to do.
To speak to the subject. So I appreciate you coming up and sharing. Thank you.
No problem. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Thank you, B-Love. As the quote goes, you heard it from the horse's mouth. You heard it from her, okay? And she came up here and kept it all the way real.
I know you're going to kill me because I have this bonnet on. Please don't kill me, okay? I didn't mean...
Don't nobody need to kill you. Look at your rings, look at your lashes, look at your fingernails. Wow. Nobody likes that combination of look. No man likes that combination of look. He doesn't say, "Look at my woman. She has her nails done, her eyes done, and she has a bonnet on, a newfangled hairstyle." No man says that. This look is wild.
Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So I want to ask you your take. Do wealthy men like locks, tattoos, and piercings? Give your take.
Well, I just hopped on because I thought I didn't know what was going on. I just hopped on because I wanted to talk to you. But I can't really have a dog in the fight because honestly, I had a septum and I just took it out. And I used to have like the little, and it was real cute. I thought it was like, it had a little rhinestone to it, but I don't know. Maybe I just started taking it out. So should I leave the septum out? I've been on the end.
Yeah. So this is not a level up live today, Leah.
Okay.
Yeah. We just want your take on that. What is your take on, do you think wealthy men like the septum? Do you think they like the piercings? What are your thoughts?
I really don't see that. I think they like the clean look, but I'm gonna get off because I don't want to. I let them do what they want to do.
I don't want no smoke. Okay.
No smoke.
All right, darling. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome in Laquala. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
You are.
Okay. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
I do.
All right. So give us your take. Do wealthy men prefer locks, piercings, and tattoos?
So locks, absolutely. I myself am a lock babe, and there is such thing as being locked and presentable. I wear my locks proudly, and I see a lot of people in the comments talking about like the texture, and texture doesn't necessarily matter when it comes to your locks. I think that a lot of men preferably enjoys the micro locks. Is something that I personally have instead of the traditional locks. So, yeah, just depending on the style that you take and how you keep your locks, a lot of men will approach you. As far as like piercings and tattoos, it's always very much dainty. It's almost very much things that are minimalistic. Go ahead.
Laquala, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm not saying men won't approach a woman with locks. That would be absolutely untrue. But specifically in your experience, and it looks like you're married or engaged.
I am. I'm married.
Say before you were married, were you attracting wealthy men, and is the man you're married to, is he wealthy?
He is wealthy, and I did attract a lot of wealthy men. I dated in my own caliber, and I was able to pull a wealthy man. So it's not that they don't necessarily believe that they're attractive. It's how you carry yourself when you actually are having these type of things, like the piercings and the tattoos and locks.
Okay, and may I ask?
Wait a minute, hold up. Did she just say she's married to a wealthy man with the locks, the gap teeth, the at least 75 pounds overweight? Is that what she's saying? She's saying that she caught her a wealthy man? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if she did, and I'm not saying she didn't, this is not the norm. Rich men are not picking up big girls, talking about I'm wifing you. And she don't have to look for that. So I'm just saying, this is maybe out of the norm, but most of them ain't picking up girls that look like her and saying, I want to wife you down. It's just not happening. But we'll finish listening.
Ask you where you met your wealthy husband and what he does for a living. I asked another woman the same question. So
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I met my husband when he was young. We were both young, and he currently is in IT. So he works a lot with computers, and he's in the software engineer.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Laquala. Thank you for coming up and sharing.
Absolutely.
Hi, welcome. And do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, that's fine.
All right. So what's your take? Do wealthy men like locks, piercings, and tattoos?
So my take on it is I want to say no. And the reason why I say no is because so I work at 2 different country clubs. Okay, so every day I'm surrounded by real wealthy men, like whether that's generational wealth or they've established the wealth on their own by having their own businesses, being CEOs, doctors, lawyers of that nature. And when the men come in with their wives or their girlfriends, fiancés, or whoever it is, even if it's someone that they're just seeing or just having dinner with, none of them have locks, piercings, or tattoos visible. Like some of them will come in with dresses and all types of different attire, but I have never seen, I've been working at my country clubs for about 3 years now. I have never seen a visible tattoo. I have never seen a piercing of any kind. Whether that's, especially now on your face, eyebrows, nothing. I have never seen a piercing ever. And when it comes to the locks, I've like I said, I've been working at my country clubs for about 3 years, and I've seen like all different types of races, different people. The Black women that come to the country club, none of them, I've never seen locks, never. So I want to say no, they don't like it.
Yeah, it's not a matter of liking, it's a matter of streamlining your look, right? The streamlined look. And Ashley may have it, but hers is a lot more exaggerated, right? So my whole point is, you know that they don't like it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to change it, whether he's Black or whether he's Hispanic or whatever. Most men or most rich men want a streamlined look. Okay? Nice makeup, nice hair, everything in its place, slim, fit, dress, heels, all of that. And a lot of y'all women don't even wear that. Y'all be out here wearing stretch pants and shit like that. It makes sense.
If they do, they're not bringing it into places of that caliber. They're not bringing those type of people in those type of environments where, you know, they have to be a certain type of profession. So my take is no.
Thank you, Megan. And you have, you know, firsthand experience. So you're in it.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, I'm in it. I see it every day. Like I'm about to go right now, like probably in like an hour. And I see that I've been seeing it every day for 3 years. Never. All three of those. Never. I've never seen a visible tattoo. And like I said, like the ladies, they come with dresses. Sometimes they come for different events. You know, I've seen their chest. They've come in like I've never really even seen like a really short dress, but even if I did, I've never seen a leg, thigh tattoo. I've never seen an ankle tattoo, a foot tattoo. I've never seen it before.
What about a small, because some of the girls say, what about a small, teeny tiny piercing on the nose?
No, nothing. If they have it, they take it out before they get there. And
okay, what about a small baby tattoo on the neck?
No,
or on the
nothing.
collarbone?
I've never, nowhere. It doesn't matter what kind of tattoo. I've never seen it ever. It doesn't matter how small, how big, even if it's a scripture of sort. It doesn't matter if it's like a tattoo that has some type of meaning. It doesn't matter. I've never seen it ever.
Because tattoo, when you see tattoo, I've heard men say, when I see a tattoo, then I know she's less than, I don't know how to say it. She's a loose woman, or I know we're gonna have issues with her morals or her thought patterns or whatever. Men say this shit. It's a low caliber female who wears tattoos, according to some men. If she has a breast tattoo, titty tattoo, neck tattoo, anything like that, they'll say it to your face. I swear, it's wild. But they'll say it to your face.
You heard it from Megan, and she works at the country club. Okay,
you have to be you have to be invited into the clubs. Like we have a long wait list. Like we have people on the wait list that are wealthy and they still can't get in. Like you have to be invited. So these are people that actually have established wealth, whether it was generational or whether it was, you know, of their own substance, like doctors, lawyers, CEOs, built their own companies from the ground up. They didn't have any money coming in from, you know, their parents. So people, wealth of all sorts, all places.
Are you dating or attracting the men?
I try not to because I really like my job and it's more like family oriented. And I just kind of don't want to mix the two. I mean, I am dating a guy right now that, you know, is kind of not wealthy, but he has, you know, he's financially stable. Like, I don't really care about stuff like that. But in that environment, yeah, no, I don't really mix those two. Like, I have they flirt, you know, they do a little innocent flirting or whatever, but I don't engage, no. But I like my job. I'm not, no. I don't know.
All right, fair enough. Thank you, Megan, for coming out.
You're welcome. Bye, Ashley.
Bye.
Excuse me. Hi. I'm actually gonna have to put this down.
Girl, I know we did not. I know she did not answer no damn camera for no Kendra. No, for no Ashley. I know she did not answer no camera for Ashley. Girl, what's going on? Let's watch in all our glory.
Yeah, we need a better angle.
Okay, hi Kelly. Do you consent to be on the live? Do you consent to be on the live?
It's a witch. What the hell? Wow, 2 witches. This is bizarre. Look at both of the looks. Wow.
Potentially all platforms?
1000% yes. My name is Kelly Javette.
Okay, Kelly Javette, can you give us your take? Do rich men like locks?
Rich men like women who comb their hair, and rich men like women who know how to put on makeup, and rich men, they like skinny women, but this is like skeletal skinny, and this is not attractive at all. Unless men just like rail thin women who don't have no titties, no body, no nothing. Oh, shut up, heathen queen. Keep going.
Piercings and tattoos.
So I'm gonna be honest, as like one creator has said before, now I feel like never is a stretch, but I feel like it really depends on that type of dude. Is he into the rock girls? You get what I'm saying? Because like, you know, as you can see, there are people out here who I feel like are gonna go into country clubs and stuff like that. And like when you really think about it, like, you know, I'm covered up but I got tattoos, you know what I'm saying? You can't see it. Like you can't see it. Now I'm hella single right now. So like I'm not really out here, you know, doing that. I just try to do my music and stuff. But like, you know, I do talk to men who I would say, as you have said, wealthy. Yes, I feel like I do know men that treat me with my worth. And yes.
But Kelly, you have to.
Hell no, I ain't going. I'm not fucking going. I ain't going. Whoever told her that look works for you, lied.
Answer my question too. What do you think about locks, piercings, tattoos? I know your tattoos are covered. What are your thoughts on tattoos? I mean, piercings and locks.
So as for locks, I feel like again, most people are just gonna get in 2024. I hope by now that like, you know, that's just a style that some people really have to do if they want to maintain length, if they want to maintain, you know, beautiful, long, lustrous locks one day that get down to their back. You know what I'm saying? 30 inches. So I mean, like, honestly, I feel like again, you just need to look for the right kind of dude. Like you just gotta keep looking for it. Change that aesthetic a little bit, but you know, use the same style of hair.
That's what the hell I said. Change that damn aesthetic. All of your aesthetic. Everything. Including whatever's coming out of the ceiling. Make it make sense.
Like, you know, use Pinterest boards and stuff like that. It's really getting a vision of like, you know, I feel like just like who you're looking for. It's like, I mean, I don't know, I attract like exactly the kind of man that I want when I want that kind of guy. Like,
okay.
As for piercings, everyone loves, I don't know, I feel like I love thinking about like, you know, just like a couple of like special areas even where like I could possibly have some piercings, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I feel like some of them are probably just hidden, but then there's also people like they probably take them out. But I feel like everyone has different aesthetics. And so if they're doing their hair, you know, like with locks and stuff, that might be their aesthetic. And so I feel like people just, y'all got different aesthetics. I mean, it's so, I'm so 90s grunge to where like, I'm just like,
that ain't the phrase I would use, but what's going on with the whole look?
We all got different aesthetics.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you, Kelly, for coming up and giving us your take.
And thank you so much, because I've been trying to get into your lives for so long when you do the fashion stuff, but like I always look a mess when you are on here, and like I love your message, and I'm so glad to finally meet you. Oh my gosh, I just thought about that.
Nice to meet you, Kelly. Come on, they need the stomach recipe because the stomach's on flat. Okay, the stomach's on flat. The waist is gone.
Tyra Banks is like definitely influenced. Like,
no, what in the hell?
Bye, Kelly. Thank you for coming up. Bye-bye. Hi, welcome in.
How are you?
Good.
Whoa, that's a face full of makeup, like all the way down to contouring, hair, the whole nine. Who knows what she looks like underneath all of that? Do rich men like these two looks right here?
Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, and I have locks.
Okay, so give us your take on the conversation.
Locks are a no. I attract a different kind of man, and I get a different kind of gaze when I have hair over my locks. So I'll like braid down my locks or twist down my locks and put a wig on, or do like a different style, not with like my natural hair. And I get different attention. I even get different attention from when it's curly to when it's straight. So I think locks are no. I do have a little nose ring. I don't have any problem, but it's very small. Some people can't even see it. And I do have tattoos, but most of them aren't visible. So, and I'm dark. So I think that's not a problem for me. But locks is not an issue. No one has said anything about it. I also think this. I think that I have run into a man that was very appreciative of me taking care of my natural hair, because it can be like versatile. Like at home, I could take it off and I still have a head full of hair and it's pretty. But when I'm outside and presenting myself, I can throw on a wig or do a different style that is more aesthetically pleasing. So I think locks are enough.
And let me ask you this, Joe. What type of man is approaching you when you have your locks versus, let's say, you have the hairstyle that you have in now? Something curly or straight?
If when I have locks, it's a little bit more hotep-y. It's a little bit more
ghetto-y, urban, blackish. Yeah.
I call them hood boogers. It's like lower class men.
Ouch, I wouldn't have said that. I just would have said black, under 50K.
When I have my hair like this or when I'm wearing a wig, I attract white men, white older men, any older man really. White older men, black older men, not really young men. I'm 34. So no young men ever approach me when I have my hair like this. I think they get a little intimidated maybe, so they don't even try. But it's usually older men, and a lot of white men do like my hair when it's like this, or I have on another glueless wig or something like that. But I usually braid down my locks or put something over them to present myself a little bit better.
All right. Well, Joe, thank you for your take. The comments are going wild right now. But
and I would like to say this: I am dating. I love you, by the way. I am dating, and people in the chat are saying like, I saw one comment that said, "Why hasn't she locked any of them down yet?" I believe in multi-dating, and I will date. I'm 34, but my daughter passed away last year. She was 14, and so she's my only child. And so this is the first time I get to like really explore without having any other responsibility. And so I'm dating, and I'm having a good time doing it, and I am leveling myself up every day.
Okay, is there any guys, anyone that you're like, I like him? This is the
gosh,
one.
I call him Harley. So Harley is an older guy. He says he's 48, but I think he's in his 50s. I met him at a bar. I was sitting at a bar by myself. He paid for my dinner the first night. And then after dinner, he told me to go home and change, and he took me riding all across town on his Harley. And on Sunday, he has a boat. So last Sunday, he took me on a boat ride and he got us dinner. And so we ate dinner on the lake, and we're continuing to date and go out. But I date a few men. He's not my only man, but
how long have you been dating Harley? How many weeks?
Maybe 2 or 3. He started doing things really quickly.
Okay. So being the girlfriend question should be coming like soon. That should be like by the next day. You know, I'm thinking.
He really wants it. He really, really wants to. He's been asking, but I'm a little. It's me. I'm the problem.
I was just about to say. It sounds like that.
But it's not a matter of waiting for money or anything like that. She's not waiting for money. It's something to do with her not wanting to commit to him. He's not what she really wants. Sounds like he's a white guy, but a motorcycle guy, and maybe she's not attracted to those kind of men, but she likes the money that he brings over there. Nothing wrong with that. She just likes the money that he brings over there, or the attention that she's getting, but she's not really into him like that, I guess.
Questions that should have already come up. Yeah,
I'm hesitant, so maybe I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, because Harley is he's a little older than I would like, but he does take care of things. He's very generous, so I don't know. I'm hesitant.
So she's not attracted to him, because he takes care of everything, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that. You can't just get a guy and think you're going to be attracted to him because he has money. It means nothing. And he's too old for her. She feels like he's too old for her, so she's like, no. I'm looking for somebody who can give me babies. Her one child died, so maybe she's looking for babies. Maybe she's looking for a real traditional marriage. Maybe she's looking for all that. And he's too old. That's it.
It's something. There must just be something.
It's me.
No. There's something. There's something with him.
Oh, something good?
No, just something that.
Well, his teeth, Ashley.
Like, there we have it. Something aesthetic. I'm like,
I don't know about the teeth if they are good dentures, but I'm going to the dentist next week, and so I thought about telling him about the dentist because maybe he just doesn't have a good like.
Oh, that's fucked up. Which means she's not attracted to him. Oof.
Job like whatever he has is not very good. And so
he has dentures. It's the dentures.
Possibly they look a little big.
Okay, so that's the only issue.
That's the only issue. He's very sweet.
Okay, does his breath smell?
No.
Okay, well then good. You need one thing on a man that keeps him humble. That keeps you surprised, honey.
I will. Yes.
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome, darling. Bye, Joe. Hello, start your
Hi.
management. Welcome in.
Yes, my name is Tanya. I think you are absolutely fabulous. You are the auntie that everyone needs. Okay.
Oh,
yes. So I am.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Awesome. So I'm in Washington, D.C., and the wealthy men here, they are, of course, very conservative, right? So it's like these braids, small, put together. I had a very, very small nose ring, like very small. I only had it for a year. I ended up taking it out just because the type of men that, I wanted, I could tell that was just kind of like a turnoff a little bit, even though it was very small. No locks at all, under no circumstances, locks. No natural hair, unfortunately. And no tattoos that are visible. Okay, nothing like on your thighs, and no, nothing long and stretchy. Now, this is my experience from dating and being in relationships with wealthy men in DC. Now, I'm from Atlanta. And Atlanta, it's a little different. You have entertainers, so they're, they don't mind the locks. They don't mind the natural hair down in Atlanta. So when I moved to DC, I had to adjust, still be myself, right? But I had to adjust to being just a little bit more conservative for me to start to attract the type of man that I know I wanted. So, and I got one, so I'm good. FBI, by the way, FBI.
Wait, so did you attract your wealthy man from changing your look?
Yes, I did. Okay. And I have an aunt like you. I have an aunt Priscilla, right? Exactly. And she put us in speech class when we were younger. She put us in etiquette class when we were like 10 years old. She trained us. But too, so that we could, get the type of lifestyle that she has when we were very young. But moving to Atlanta, it kind of, she was from up here, I was down there. But when I started to kind of just notice and just watch what I needed to do, immediately, he's a cyber tech for FBI. He does very well for himself. But again.
Wait, hold on. So, because I was just about to ask you, what does your wealthy man do, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, he's cyber tech for FBI.
Oh, cyber tech for FBI. Okay, alrighty. Yeah. All right. So in your
well, that's an experience right there, ladies. I mean, she's not uber attractive. She's not uber fascinating or to look at, but she was able to get her. He's a working man. He's not rich. FBI ain't rich. He's a guy who has a job that pays a decent amount of money, maybe 150, 200K. That's a good thing. So she's able to attract it. So she said, no nose ring, no locks, no tattoos. And men have been saying all of these things, right? They have been saying all of these things. None of these things.
Experience making those changes did help you. So no nose ring, no, like you said no natural hair. You also said that.
No. And that's just for me dating, and dating wealthy men. And also I manage properties for investors, for a lot of Black investors in DC as well. And I just kind of look at what they do, it's on Instagram, the type of women that they have on their arms when they go to the Black Caucus events and things like that. And it's never locks. It's always, straight hair type of women, always put together, playing golf. it's never locks or tattoos shown on the neck. No, not at all. Not at all.
All right. Well, thank you for coming up and sharing. Thank you so much.
That's a direct thing. Okay, so guys, you know, the men have been saying it. These tattoos are something else. No guy wants to see tattoos on his female. Apparently, poor men and rich men say they don't want tattoos. Okay.
Have a good one.
Oh, am I on? Hello.
Yeah.
How do I do this? Am I on? Oh, hello.
Yes, you're on. Welcome in. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's your take on this conversation? Do wealthy men prefer or do they like locks, nose rings, and tattoos?
I don't think they like locks, nose rings, and tattoos. I came from a very, like, my dad is very wealthy, and I see the women that he attracted to. He was married for 32 years. But now that he's in the dating scene, I see the women that are attracted to him, but also the one that he pursues. And it's definitely a very consistent type of woman, in my opinion.
And what does that woman look like to you?
If there is weaves, it is a very clean look, meaning it's minimal color, minimal. It's you're able to see their face.
Wait, Jordan, are you driving the car? Jordan, are you driving the car?
Yes, I'm.
Okay,
yes,
so you
I'm
have to
parking
stop,
right now.
or I can get banned if you're driving. I can get banned.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I apologize. Hold on one second. Let me hold on. But yes, I feel like men of a certain caliber, they want to know what their children are going to look like. So they want to see what you actually look like. They want a natural type of look, even if it's makeup. They want to be able to see, they want it to accentuate your natural features, in my opinion.
Fair enough. Okay, so what type of woman is your dad going for now? You said your dad is a wealthy man. So what is that aesthetic for him?
As of right now, I mean, he's actually has a fiance, and she has a very natural type of hair. I mean, there is weave involved, but there's leave out, a natural brown type of look. I also do believe that they like a very fit woman. I mean, someone that has discipline in other areas of their life, which is very prevalent in what he's currently dating. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, she's very natural, but if she does wear makeup, there is natural accentuations. Yeah, even his circle, I'm trying to think of their wives and their fiancés. And yeah, they all kind of look just very put together. Actually very similar to what you look like. Very much so. So
very put together. Okay, all right. And are you married? Are you in a relationship? Not that you need to answer that question.
Oh no, I am not married.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi. Yes, welcome. And do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Look at her get on here with blue hair, y'all. Knowing full well somebody gonna be looking at her face and everything that is her. Everything that is her with that blue hair.
Yes.
Alrighty. So give us your take on, do wealthy men like tattoos, locks, and piercings?
No, I actually work in the beauty industry, and they do not. I run across all kind of men and personalities, and they really do like a really clean look. Really, really clean.
Okay, and what does clean mean to you? Because you said you're a hairstylist, right?
Yes.
So what would that look like? If the girls are coming in the salon, what would that hairstyle look like?
Very natural. Nothing over the top, like definitely not my hair. Definitely not my hair. Something brown with maybe a little highlighting, a little face framing. Definitely nothing over the top.
Well, that's interesting. It's the truth that men don't like to see piercings or tattoos or anything like that. It's just a wild look for a man to even take in, I guess. But usually they have an opportunity to get the woman that he wants. But usually he gets a woman that he wants, and it definitely is not one who has tattoos, piercings, and that kind of thing. So, women, wear what you want. Or try to get that 1% man.